It's just me, all by myself. Well, that's fine. Lana had to do it last week, so I will do it this week. Hello, designers. Welcome to the Cup TV, part of the Currently Unnamed Podcast Network, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Today, on my own, drinking some iced coffee out of my beautiful flamingo mug. But as always, on hand is my cup mug with my duck. And you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link is in the description below. We do ship internationally, so there are no excuses unless you're in Brazil. We're still working on it, or at least we're trying to. So get your merch. Thank you very much. And I'm back talking about episode 3 of Project Runway season 21. Ooh, an interesting episode. Very, very spicy episode of Project Runway. I'm very excited to talk about all of it. Before I do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things competitive reality TV. We've got Project Runway, we've got Big Brother, we've got a bunch of other fabulous shows that we're covering here, and a bunch of content across all 4 of our channels. So make sure to check out all of our links in the description below. You can find our other YouTube channels, our audio podcast links, our Patreon, all of our social media links, where you can follow me as well. All those links are in the description below. So, we come back into this episode. We had our bottom 3 of VJ, Alex, and Angelo after the sportswear challenge. And I gotta be honest, I wasn't here last week to give my thoughts on the challenge. But for me, and where I sat, baby VJ didn't complete the assignment. That's just my opinion. So for me, I thought VJ should have gone home. I like VJ. I think she's a lovely designer. But I thought VJ should have gone home, honestly. Just because she didn't complete the assignment of the challenge. Like, was it a pretty dress? Yes. Was there a lot of work put into the garment? Absolutely. But she didn't complete the assignment of the challenge. So it was a little bit frustrating for me. But they immediately call her safe. Whatever. And I think it's really unfortunate we lose Alex here, who I think is a really fun designer. She didn't have a great look, but that's just how the challenge goes. I didn't want to lose Alex. I really liked her, but that is how the challenge went, and we did lose Alex here. So, sucks. Really sucks. But, Christian comes in, and we find out that for the 3rd episode in a row, it's a group challenge. Why? This is not Project House. This is Project Runway. I am tired of these house challenges, honestly. If the unconventional challenge next week is a group challenge, I'm going to scream, cry, and throw up. Honestly. Like, anyway. So, Ethan and Jesus, for winning the first 2 challenges, get to now be the leaders of their own houses. So they get to pick their houses for this boring to beautiful runway challenge situation. Yes, God, Muma. That's the challenge. So, sponsored by a bank, I think, some sort of bank. It was, boring into beautiful is our challenge. So there's 3 mystery bags. We don't even find out what the 3rd mystery bag was. I thought we were going to, but whatever. But they get to pick mystery bags, and turn the textiles in the mystery bags that are traditionally boring into something that is beautiful. So Jesus, for his house, picks obviously Antonio. He picks Madeline. He picks... I don't even remember who else he picks. Oh, he picks VJ, and he picks Belanya last, which is interesting. Belanya is the last pick. And then Ethan picks Yu-Chen, Angelo, Joseph McCrae, and Joan for his house. Jesus gets to pick his bag first, and they end up with gray wool, which is a very interesting textile. And then Ethan picks bag number 1, and they end up with denim. Oh my god, they end up with denim. And I'm gonna do my best to not do a denim impersonation the whole time. No kidding. If you know, you know. Shout out to Denim from Canada's Drag Race. But yes, so the teams start working, and immediately Jesus decides that their team needs to be inspired by the Catalina flower. Why? He's like, I have this inspiration. I want us to all do the Catalina flower, because we also find out that our guest judge is Sofia Vergara, and that Sofia will be wearing the winning look. And so, okay, cool. So Jesus is like, everyone should be, inspired by the Catalina flower, drink every time they say Catalina flower. I am tired of the twins. Period. But I am tired of the twins just dominating every single challenge and just steamrolling everything. And it just feels like it's always their way and no one else can ever do anything. And this one I get, because Jesus is the leader of the house, but I'm also just a little bit frustrated in general, because it's okay, if 3 out of the 5 people on your team don't know what a Catalina flower is, Jesus, change your inspiration. Change it around, girl. Why are we doing a Catalina flower if no one other than you and your twin brother know what a Catalina flower is? No one fucking knows what a Catalina flower is. Fuck the Catalina flower. I hate Catalina flowers now. I don't even know what a fucking Catalina flower is. And I don't care. Because fuck the Catalina flower. The twins just fucking piss me off. And then over on How, which I do love, House of Ethan, or How, Ethan is taking his team in the direction of showstoppers, is kind of where we're going with this. And now y'all know I love me some Ethan, some Utica. I do. I really do. But baby, this was not how he needed to do this. This was not how he needed to do this at all. This was not how he needed to do this at all. Because the difficulty here is he ends up choosing designs for everybody without really getting each designer's input on what they would like to be doing with this. And so it ultimately leads to, especially Joan and Angelo, not really doing designs that are in their wheelhouse, and Yu-Chen doing a design that is almost impossible for him to do in a style and using a technique that he doesn't know how to do. Girl, what? Why are we doing this? Even when you've got Christian Siriano several times during the episode going, what's happening? Pivot quickly. Like, no. 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 Just no. But they want to do frayed denim. Been done on Project Runway. Christian does many walkthroughs and gives his very shady critiques and goes to Joan and says, oh God, you're doing a frayed denim dress. Oh. While wearing denim, which I loved too. I did love that Christian came in a full Canadian tuxedo too. I was like, okay, Christian, I see you with that. And he looked sickening too. So they go to model fitting, and the House of Catalina Flower is doing their thing. They're actually doing a really good job. And over in the Ho, basically no one is ready except for Ethan. Basically, Yu Chen doesn't have a garment to put on his model, and when the models come in, Christian says to literally like cut it off the mannequin and put it on the model, and the entire garment falls apart. And then he literally has to start over. And I'm just like, no, baby, no. No, baby, no. And he's got 6 hours to do something new. And I'm like, no, baby, no. No, baby, no. No, baby, no. And I'm like, oh God, this team is a disaster. This team is a literal disaster. So what do? Oh, and then, by the way, Angelo is fitting his model in peplum. Angelo is fitting his model in peplum. Girl, what? Anyway. So we come into the next day, and what better way to lift everyone's spirits than actually bringing Utica to Project Runway. Utica comes in full drag for the first time in this competition. I love to see it. I was thrilled to see it. Utica walks in a very sickening look. Simple, but sickening. Yeah, simple, sickening, black ensemble. Still very manageable. Stupid high heels. But I did love that we finally got to see a dose of Utica. Maybe because she thought there was a chance she might go home. And there might be. We'll talk about it. But yes, they are getting their stuff together for the runway show. Last minute. Jesus Christ. And yeah, I'm going to talk about the runway because that's what I would like to do here today. Madeline, I loved this on Madeline. I thought, honestly, once again, why wasn't Madeline in the top for this challenge? I'll talk about who I would have swapped her for, but I loved this look. I love her aesthetic. I think Madeline has one of my favorite aesthetics of anyone on this season right now. I think it's just so clean, concise, beautiful. I love the little the teardrop cut out here on the chest. I love the small slit on the thigh. It's so elegant. It's such a clean, well done look. I've really enjoyed everything Madeline has done so far, and I'm mad that she hasn't gotten her flowers for anything yet, because she is killing this competition 3 episodes in, and I'm mad she wasn't in the top this week, honestly. She absolutely should have been in the top this week, and I don't get why she wasn't. So, yeah, I don't get it, but sure. I don't know. But I love this. I loved every bit of it. She made this gray wool look so sickening. Yeah, loved it. Loved it. Could have used a steam, but loved it. I thought VJ did a really great job too. Very sickening. This, like, the cutouts and everything like that is very her MO. I'm seeing her MO now. I'm seeing her point of view, and I'm really liking it. I like how much skin we got from VJ in this look. When Christian was doing the walkthrough, I didn't see the vision. And on the model, on the runway, I definitely saw the vision. I love the full exposed shoulders here. I feel like there's one element missing. I'm not exactly sure what it is for me. I do really like the hip slit cutout here as well. I don't know. There's something missing, but the ensemble presented here is really good. And I'm really liking VJ's aesthetic. So, yeah, this is really, really good for me. I really like it. I really like it. Belania, baby. This walked out and I said, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I loved every bit of this. I loved every single bit of this look. La Roche said it best. This highlights every single part of the woman the best. No notes. No notes. Gorgeous. Stunning. Beautiful. Perfection. Perfection, girl. Well done. Now, here's what I'll say about Jesus. I think this is a good look. This is my least favorite look of the house, actually. I do like the detailing. I really love the ruffle detailing that comes down the dress, the coat dress. But the entire bottom part of the dress is bulky. And that's why I pulled this shot specifically, because the entire bottom half is just bulky on her. I didn't love the proportions that it created on her. I didn't love the way that it moved on the runway, personally. That's just me. I've really liked what Jesus has done so far. For me, this was a bit of a miss, but I do love the tailoring. I love the detail work here. It's still a very successful look. Obviously nowhere near the bottom, because there were other bad looks, but yeah, this look didn't fully connect for me. I wouldn't have had him in the top. I would have had him safe amongst this house, honestly. But the detail work is great. I love the deep plunge in the neckline here. And this detail wave down the front. I do really, really love that. But yeah, I would have had him safe. I would have swapped him for Madeline, actually. I would have given Madeline the top spot over Jesus, especially because Jesus has been in the top now 3 weeks in a row. I think Madeline had a cleaner and better executed garment this week. And that's just me personally. That's just me. I want to know what y'all think in the comments, though. Would you have swapped Jesus for Madeline? Let me know. I would like to know. So. And then, I mean, Antonio's look is very, very good. I do agree with La Roche, though. I would have loved a bit more cinching of the waist, because my only big issue with this garment is that you kind of lose a little bit of the waist. I do like the way that the dress flows. I think the dress is gorgeous. But it is a bit of a column dress here, and I would have liked to see it fit a little bit more like an hourglass. So I would have liked a little bit of a cinch, a little bit of a tuck in the dress in order to give it a little bit more of a better fit. But otherwise, I think the detail work on this is really, really good. Yeah, overall, like, I don't know if I'm comparing across both houses. I don't know that I would have had Antonio in the top. Do I like VJs better than Antonio? Maybe. Yeah, I might have had all three women of this house in the top, actually, and I may have had the twins safe. If I'm just putting this house in the top. Maybe. I don't know. It's a toss-up for me between VJ and Antonio at this point. But, yeah. Utica. Here's the thing with Utica's look. I do actually really like it. It's an interesting avant-garde piece, but that's what it is an avant-garde piece. And it's not a Sofia Vergara piece. That's what the difficulty is here. This is not a runway challenge. This is not a Sofia Vergara avant-garde piece. This is a Sofia Vergara red carpet piece. And, I mean, I agreed with the judges. It did kind of lose the plot a little bit. The cervix line from Heidi killed me. Because, I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong at all. But I do think it's such an interesting concept. It is also giving me Yua Hamasaki Ankh Ankh a little bit. Kind of in the best way here. But, like, it's an interesting avant-garde piece that just really didn't hit the mark for this challenge. And that's really just, it's so interesting from Utica. But at the end of the day, I like the piece. Just, it really didn't hit the mark for this challenge. At all. Like, can I see Sofia Vergara in this? Absolutely not. Could I see this on a high fashion runway? Absolutely. But, yeah, it's just one of those interesting predicaments where it just didn't hit the brief of the Project Runway challenge. So, yeah. But sickening look. Loved it. Oh, Joan. See, I wanted to like this, and I do like a lot of elements of this. I do like the hat. I wish the hat had a bit more boning in it, so it's, like, stood up more. I like the way that it ended up laying on the model, on Shanae. Shout out to Shanae for holding it down for the thick and juicy models now, because we only have one, unfortunately, now. But otherwise, like, I wish the whole thing was fringe, or not, fringe wasn't there. Like, if this had just been a beautiful bodycon evening dress in denim, I think that would have been so sickening. It just didn't need the fringe. It just really did not need the fringe. And I'm very upset that Utica kind of pushed Joan in this situation. We'll talk about it. I'm glad that Joan is not seemingly going to be eliminated for this look, because I don't think this is an elimination worthy look, honestly, in my opinion. So I'm happy that we will get more Miss Joan, because I have really, really liked what Miss Joan has presented so far. This did not hit the mark for me, unfortunately. There were elements I liked of this. I wish, actually, if you're going to do the fringe, I wish the fringe was a shawl that then came off. Like, that's maybe what I wish it was, but otherwise, I just didn't think it didn't hit the mark. It didn't feel like Miss Joan. At least from the looks we've seen so far from her, it just felt very, very different. Obviously, because it was not what really she wanted to do for this challenge. So, unfortunate. And the problem here with Angelo is I think there's a lot of potential with this. I actually really like the idea of this look. I just don't think the execution is there. The jacket is really good. I'm happy he kind of stepped out of the box here. I kind of disagreed with the judges. I do think a pant would have been good, but it would have been the third time in a row he did a pant, and they would have read him for doing a pant 3 times in a row. So, it's difficult here. I applaud him for going out of the box and doing a skirt here, and I actually really like the dimensions of this dress. It just didn't fit well. It wasn't tailored well. And that's the ultimate issue with it, to be honest. Like, that's just kind of ultimately the issue. So, sucks for Angelo. It really, really sucks for Angelo. But now, who would have fucking thought Joseph McCrae had my favorite look of this house? I love this look from Joseph McCrae. I loved this. This oversized, simplistic, but maximalist denim jumpsuit that it looks like Baymax, but fashion. Like, I'm obsessed with this. It's so cunty. I'm obsessed with this. I'm so obsessed with this. Now, if I'm going across houses, Joseph McCrae lands in my top 3 for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. I just think this is so fun. I'm really enjoying his aesthetic as well. I really love the kind of angled shoulders, and then everything else is this kind of like flouncy, almost like baggy, almost texture. I just think this look is so cool. It traveled really well down the runway. I don't see it for Sofia Vergara, but I really like it for this challenge. He certainly would have been in my top 3. I really loved this from Joseph McCrae. Loved this. Loved this. And then baby Yu Chen pulling this out in 6 hours. Sickening. Sickening is what it is. I was so impressed with him. The fact that he pulled this out in 6 hours, sickening. Sickening. And it looks so good. It looks so good. Now, is it a bandeau top, a skirt, and a big coat? Absolutely. Is it Sofia Vergara? Absolutely not. But did he create something really great that walked down the runway and looked sickening? Yes. And he deserved to be safe because he created a great look. So I can't be mad. Honestly, I can't be mad at all. At all by what he did. So, you know what? Work, baby. I'm really, really impressed with Yu Chen here. Yeah. Yeah, do not be surprised if we see Yu Chen in the final of Project Runway Season 21 at this point. Like, the way he was able to pull this out and completely pivot, that's talent. That is incredible talent right there. Do not be surprised if we see him in the finale. For sure. For sure. Stupid impressive. Loved it. Loved it. So good. But we get our results. We do find out that the House of Jesus is, or I'm so sorry, the House of Catalina Flower is the winning house. Our top 3 for the week are Belania and the twins. You know, I do think if I was going to do a top 3 from this house, I do think it would have been ultimately Bologna. I do think I would have had Antonio, and I would have had Madeline in the top 3. For me personally. But the winner for sure was Bologna. Yay! Yes, girl. Yes. So happy for her. Thrilled. And obviously the House of Ho is our bottom house. Joseph McCrae and Yu Chen are called safe, correct. And our bottom 3 is called as Utica, Joan, and Angelo. La Roche makes the comment that we heard in the trailer from last week saying, I did not come to work and get into glam just to sit here and judge some ugly clothes. And he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. And he's gonna have to do it next week too. But yeah, it's certainly interesting. When we get the critiques, we do see that they do say that Jones is the least offensive. So it does sound like Miss Joan is safe. We love to see it. So it does sound like we are losing either Utica or Angelo next week. And it sounds like it's going to come down to poor leadership or poor execution. And I do want to note to you all, in case, I don't know if you all caught this as well, but I certainly did. La Roche did make it known and did acknowledge that Angelo was in the bottom as well already once, and made sure that the judges remembered that as well. So I think for me, we are going to see, my prediction is that we are going to see Angelo go. I don't think Utica's poor leadership is going to be too much of a deterrent to the fact that she has a win. She's also been she did very well last week, and this is Angelo's second time in the bottom 2, basically. I do think we are going to lose Angelo next week. Now, if we lose Utica, that's going to be a gag. But I will say, I love Utica. I love Utica dearly, but it wouldn't be undeserved. I'll say that. It wouldn't be undeserved. Because her leadership was poor this week. It was incredibly poor leadership, and I was really disappointed to see what we saw from Utica in this episode. So I hope we do see different things from Utica moving forward. If she gets put in, a leadership position moving forward. But hopefully we don't get any more fucking team or house challenges. I pray for that. And it doesn't seem like we're going to next week. But I'm very excited for next week because it's the Unconventional Materials Challenge. Yes! I'm so excited. I love the Unconventional Materials Challenge. Always have. Big fan. Huge. So excited for it. It's going to be so chaos. So stupid in the best way. And I can't wait for it. So, yes, ma'am. We're going to be back next week. To talk all things Project Runway, Season 21, Episode 4. So make sure to come back and join us for that. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of this episode, the denim and the gray wool of it all, Miss Sofia Vergara. What'd you think? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Go get your merch, lanagcreations.etsy.com. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I've got a whole lot more TV to watch. But you should go check out another video that we've made here on the channel. Maybe some Big Brother coverage. Go back and watch our other Project Runway videos if you haven't already. We're doing Project Runway Refilled here on the channel as well. We've covered the first 7 seasons, and we are currently in the middle of season 8 of Project Runway as well. So if you want to go see us cover Jesus' first season, you could go check that out right now as well. And everything that we do across the Cup Network. So go check out another video that we've done on the channel. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So in fashion, one day you're in, and the next day you're out, and I'm out. Auf Wiedersehen. Make it work, designers. Cheers, y'all. Bye.